Hi guys, my name is Sean and welcome to the first ever honest trailer reaction. This is an honest reaction to the rise of Skywalker. Now I'm not going to make any exaggerated faces or go, oh my god. No, this is a real honest trailer reaction. And after the trailer is finished, I'm going to talk about the trailer and what I really think about it. So let's get right into it.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do. Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your undoing. What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
Okay, so that was the trailer. Let's talk about it. Now, I have a problem with this shot. You're never supposed to cut the body, and you're never supposed to just show the legs. They could have easily fixed this by showing her head and showing her running. I get what they're going with this. They're trying to, tell us, even though you're supposed to show that, she's running, so she's training, and they show her legs are getting stronger. I get that. But this shot is not necessary.
It's an instinct.
Now, here we go with this. I have an issue with this. I'm looking at the title of this movie, and I'm looking at one word, and it says rise. The definition of rise is when you fall down and then you get up. She's not rising to anything. She's still being the same bad written character, and Disney did not learn their lesson. Have her fall. Make her struggle. A perfect character does not exist, and it's boring. You can't relate to it. have another issue with this shot. Panting and puffering and huffing is not really training. When you train hard for something, you put your body to the test. She just made a jump.
Feeling. The force brought us together.
So this is going to be the overall plot of the story. Is the Force is acting as both the protagonist and the antagonist. So it's going to explain how everything comes together, how they meet, how they form relationships, how she's so super powerful. I don't like the idea. You could go a completely different route by using creativity. But you never know.
We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
I don't know why you would show this shot. They're supporting characters. They're not main characters. They have their own stories. Part of writing is to focus on the protagonist. Your main character is supposed to be Rey. Why are you showing them in the trailer? Now this shot's just ridiculous. I don't have any words for it.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I'm through.
So if you really heard the dialogue, she said, "No one really knows me." But when Kylo Ren says, "I do," they are definitely going for that Kylo Ren-Rey relationship. So they are going for Reylo. And I can tell you, by the look on his face, she turned him down. And now he's like, "Hey, listen, I'm the only guy for you." So I do believe they're going to go for that Reylo relationship. Now this directional convention is really unnecessary. Ships are just going to the planet. Who cares? There's no importance to it. So supposedly the Emperor is alive after the Death Star blew up with him. I don't buy it. But you could make it work. You just gotta do a simple cutaway showing how the Emperor survived the Death Star somehow. That's how you could fix that.
Have I waited?
Now I heard the dialogue from the Emperor. "Long have I waited." So that tells me that there is some kind of relationship between either Rey and the Emperor or Kylo Ren and the Emperor. Now this is just ridiculous. You can't put this in Star Wars. That's just a bad shot.
And now you're coming together.
Now this is really good. They're establishing that Rey now has a real role in this movie. With Han Solo gone, Rey is now taking Han Solo's place. So she's looking after these supporting characters and she now has a real role in this movie. But like I said, they're not focusing on Rey. And I don't know why. That's typical. So you get to see a new vehicle they use to somehow go through the ocean. It's possible, but it's pretty ridiculous.
Doing
Oh my god, man, that was just painful to hear. That's gotta be the worst dialogue you can ever give. No feeling, no emotion. He doesn't even show that he actually cares about the character. It's like, hey, oh, what are you doing? I don't know. God, that was just bad. That's bad. Please do not put that in the movie.
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
So this is where C3PO has his big moment. That he actually has feelings for these characters. And they try to make it ironic because he's a droid and droids don't have feelings, just like robots don't have feelings. So I can see where they're going with this, but I really believe there's something more to this. I think this is Kathleen Kennedy saying, hey, take a look. This is the last Star Wars you will ever see. Then after that, it's done. Over. But it's kind of ridiculous too. Again, what is with the subtext in these trailers? JJ, why do you do that? You know, there's an old saying. You show, you don't tell. Show it. Don't put stupid subtext in the trailer. It doesn't make it more interesting. Oh, you give it a release date. No one's gonna care if it's not good. I don't know how they're gonna make this work. Because in The Last Jedi, they didn't even see Luke die. How are you gonna make it work? What, she's gonna have a vision showing that he's dead? Or maybe she goes back to see his body and his body's not there? Doesn't make sense.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi.
So you get to see Lando, so they do bring some of the original characters back, but I bet you $20 they don't have a role in this movie. They're just there for the, ooh, ah, Lando. I have no, none. I don't know what to say about this. This is another directional convention, except this involves people going towards the other side of the frame. Now this is a beautiful shot. They need to keep this in the movie. Because I think really that Rey is turning to the dark side in this shot. And Kylo Ren is the one being redeemed. So maybe he's trying to save her from turning. If you look very closely to the Emperor's chair, Rey is on the other side. And if you remember Return of the Jedi, Vader was on that same side. But it's a beautiful shot. It's a nice wide shot. It's a nice 2-shot wide shot. Kind of going close to an over the shoulder, so it looks really good. Now, this is just fluff. This was in The Force Awakens. It was in The Last Jedi. It doesn't work. It's not. No, don't do it. Now with this, I think both of these characters have conflict internally inside themselves. It looks like Rey is trying to destroy this, while Kylo Ren is trying to save it. But I think this is more of like a vision. and they're both in the vision together. Now, I can tell you in this shot, Kylo Ren turns good right here. He does. Because this type of shot is a subjective shot. And one of the goals of the subjective shot is to get your focus completely on him. So I really believe this is when Kylo turns good. This is a beautiful shot, no doubt about it. The lighting's perfect. It's a great close-up. And Disney, yes, you did steal my picture, but it's okay. It's good. So, what did I think about the trailer? Honestly, it's just okay. It's not gonna be the one that saves the franchise. The writing is so bad. And you would think Disney, the writers for Toy Story, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and now they go to this. I think the issue is Disney is losing their writers. Because maybe there's people in Disney that don't want to support the SJW political messaging in these films. And I really believe that. What could they done better in this trailer? They need to focus on Rey. They're not focusing on Rey. They're focusing on Rey. They're focusing on Kylo Ren. And yeah, you can focus on both your protagonist and antagonist, but you can't focus on your supporting characters. Your supporting characters have their own stories. If I was doing this, it would be like this. With Luke gone, she has no teacher. She's alone. So yes, she is powerful. But there's also some things she can't do. She struggles to try to do these things. And from there, as she's learning to be a Jedi or whatever, she goes to Dagobah, a place she's never been to. She sees Yoda's home, and she starts to realize where she is. And then she goes to the Cave of Evil, where, you know, she sees something that scares her at first, and it does scare her. But then she sees like a vision of her parents. She sees her parents that she wanted to know who they were all this time. And maybe they have some ties to the Jedi. Maybe they were Jedi, lost Jedi. They could go with that. You need to focus on your protagonist. You need to focus on Rey. And it's the same thing with Kylo Ren. He needs to have a backstory. Because what I see from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and this movie, they have no backstory. None. I mean, Rey had where, you know, she was left on the planet and the spaceship was leaving. Okay, that's not enough. We need more. You cannot have a perfect character. It doesn't exist. Make her struggle. Make her have flaws. And then you can build it up where, she takes on the Emperor and Kylo Ren's with her, and maybe she helps him turn, or he helps her stay on the good side. You can go that way. But honestly, and I'm gonna conclude that this trailer was just okay. Now, I'm making a script, and I plan to have the first draft finished at the end of December and the final done no later than January. And it's going to be a script that has no Star Wars elements. It's not going to have spaceships. It's not going to have lightsabers. The script will look like a very different script. If you watch this video, I will give you the actual title of the script, because I'm not going to put the actual title on the script. The real title of this script is going to be Star Wars Knights of the New Republic. And you can see the script when it's done on my IMDb page. That's where I'm going to put it. It's going to be labeled as an untitled Star Wars film, but when you read the script, you won't see any Star Wars in it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is my honest trailer reaction to the movie, and I hope they are rewriting. I hope they are reshooting, because this is unacceptable. The writing is awful. You need to fix it. You have time. You can do it, Disney. So to conclude, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.